And it looks like we are live. Evening, everybody. So it's been a minute. See, it's been a minute since we played this one, mostly due to moving and house renovations. So as a recap, the party made their way into the city of Hillens, fought through a massive swarm of kobolds that seemed to have set fire to most of the city, pushed their way to the temple motte where it looked like there was a dragon, which turned out to be a blimp just throwing crap at people, and you kind of decimated them as they were yelling for the mother at the door to the church, which it turns out the mother that they were seeking was a dragon that y'all's employer Smebulok had helped slay some 80 to 100 years prior, resulting in one very, very sad kobold that Peregrine decided is now her friend and pet slash familiar, maybe? And I believe that Mularn named him Greg.
He is new bestie.
He is also currently terrified being held by you as the city guard has come running up to y'all, as well as Smebulok riding on top of the vessel, both of which completely covered in blood. So the smoke is starting to wane a little bit, and you can hear the sounds of battle in the distance are kind of dying off. There was a dwarf that had run up to y'all, and if you look underneath key figures and metal pikes, you'll see Sergeant Marvin Gavelbur. He is a dwarf starting to gray just a little bit, carrying a large warhammer, and that is where we'll pick up. You see Smebulok on top of the vessel. You see Sergeant Gavelbur and several armored guards. Them looking about as rough as y'all with what has been experienced in this rather very long day.
Well, that was rough.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I had to do something like this. Vessel! Ale! And you watch Vessel's hand come up and just shoot a little bit of liquid into a glass in front of Smebulok.
Vessel wine?
Puts another finger out and... Do you have a cup to catch this?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, just right into the glass.
Nice.
I ask for a refill of my mead.
It does so.
Got any juice?
It makes a little thing of apple juice.
Yay. Peregrine does not have a cup, so she just holds her hands out.
You now are holding... Well, do you drop the kobold?
Thought I kind of had him like under an arm, don't I?
Okay, so you tuck him like a football and then just start drinking 2 rather large palmfuls of apple juice.
I'll hold one palmful over to him.
It drinks a little bit, but it is just like, what the fuck is my life right now? Like, it is.
She pats him on the head.
It's having a full-on existential crisis because it was part of this massive invading force because they thought the dragon that they claim was their mother was being held in this temple, and y'all started showing it teeth from the dragon. And it's like its whole life is a lie now.
We'll work through it together.
So, are there still more of these things out in the city, or?
The dwarf. No. Most of them seem to be running. We came from the Northums. Up back that way. Did y'all come from Down in Falkshire, down in the south.
Yeah. We took out a good few on our way up here.
Aye, it's this is more than I've ever seen. Anyway,
A lot of kobolds.
We also destroyed one of their artillery machines.
yeah, they make a couple of those. But I'm assuming you're Smebulux ones.
Yep.
You'll need to work on a better name.
We didn't come up with it.
Smebulux. That is Captain Fahal's great name, and don't you dare besmudge it.
I think the word's besmirch.
That one.
Oh, wait, yeah, we didn't make the name. We just kind of came into it.
But Gavelbur looks at you. Well, we're gonna reconnoiter and try to reconnect with some of our forces that are elsewhere in the city. We're gonna definitely come back and talk to y'all about a contract if y'all did what you say you did. But you look like you need to rest. And then points at Mularn, especially that one. He's falling asleep standing up.
Kind of off topic, but do you know where we could find the Gorbswabble family?
Their house burned down.
Shit. Did they live?
Don't know yet. They lived up on the north end of the ends.
No, we were headed this way because we found some of theirs.
Who has the gelatinous cube at this point?
I think Mularn?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, Mularn had it because he was carrying the lantern.
Since he's falling asleep, y'all notice this little, 2 by 2 inch jelly cube trying to scooch away on the ground.
I pick it up.
Take one
No,
acid.
nope. You don't. No, you don't.
Take 1 acid damage.
Oh, you mean he got out of the thing?
Yep.
I thought you meant like he was kind of scooching the thing.
No, it's not.
Like a hamster wheel.
Yeah, that's kind of what I imagined.
I'll pick him up and put him.
I was gonna say I take the lantern and scoop him back in it.
Aww.
You need to go home, maybe. You get distracted. There are no butterflies here.
As you say, that one butterfly goes flying by.
Oh, damn it.
But Gavelbur looks at y'all before he and his group march off. We set up some lodging for you in one of the camps. Y'all head back that way. It's to the north.
No, thanks.
He just points, and it's just back through a cloud of smoke.
We'll find it. Well, that was fun.
That's a word for it.
We need to go to the camp and rest. Everybody's shot.
Yeah. I mean, I'm alright, but we definitely need to go chill. So I guess we're going to head in the direction that was pointed to us.
Okay, as you make your way up the road, if y'all look at the map that's right in front of the Temple Mott, kind of goes back up towards those houses. Not too long, you see where the smoke starts to clear and that there is a series of tents that have been quickly set up. You can see that there's a couple more of the metal pikes. Their armor being much better than the hill guard that you normally find through here, since the metal pikes are a actual mercenary company, not just kind of part-time defense. And you can see that there are several citizens that are here kind of settling in and beginning to rest.
There seem to be any like open space that we can go set up as well that's not like encroaching on anybody else's.
There's a few spots, but you also see that Smebulok's riding the vessel towards a couple of small tents that are off to the side.
Are there any like families with like children that look scared?
Yes, there are several very terrified kids.
I'll put on like a magician's magic show for them all. Like gather them all up and be ridiculous and
You just David Blaine it up. Like, is
Pretty
this
much.
is this your card one? He's a devil.
pretty much, yeah.
Well, at least you didn't do the face half falling off method.
I would like everybody to give me a perception check as y'all are making it through the camp.
I'd also like to say that I've been watching Winston attempt to get in his bed now for 30 seconds, and it's breaking my heart because he's so sedated right now he can't figure out how to do it.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh.
Oh god, those were terrible perception checks from me, Malak. Damn, Peregrine!
I see taste.
You're not too far off because Tarl, you and Peregrine notice well, describe your character, DM Sloth.
Well, I am a 3 foot tall halfling fellow with frosted tips. That my hair is up really spiky, frosted tips, and I've got a little bit of adventuring gear, a little bit of leather armor, and what looks like potion bottles at first glance on a bandolier, but it's actually different, various spices. Bag of scrolls, my loot, a sack full of wheat, and I am standing over a giant pot with a very long spoon, and I am mixing up some soup for all these fine folks that are hurting out here today, because, it's about community and giving back to the community. That's about it.
Okay, what soup are you actually making?
Whatever the local grows in the fields around here. So if they're making like growing barleys and wheats here, I'll do like a nice barley stew with some celery and onions, maybe a little bit of aromatic herbs to it, some crushed black peppercorns, maybe a bay leaf out of my handy pouch. But if it's potatoes, I'm going to go with good Irish style potato soup. You tell me, DM.
We will say that it's just a very hearty vegetable stew that is probably very reliant upon potatoes.
Yeah. Got it.
So the reason I was asking is because Peregrine,
I'm actually going to open my uncork my alchemist jug and pour out beer into the soup. It's going to be a black stout, and we're going to make a Guinness potato stew out of this.
All right, Peregrine, you smell exactly what he is cooking.
I've made that before.
It is.
Oh, now I want food.
It is delicious, and it is calling you.
Peregrine's going to start salivating. Hold up, I got to make a roll for this.
I do not know why it does that when I try and click my cooks.
Okay, she's going to look at the party. Guys, that guy's cooking something really good and it smells really good. I don't want to ask for any because we're not exactly one of the people here that need it, but holy shit, that smells really good.
I mean, we have been fighting for the city, so I don't think it'll hurt to ask if you want some.
I guess that's fair.
Tarl's just going to walk over and look at him. Soup?
Yeah, I got some soup, man. You want some? There's plenty to go around.
Pull out a bowl and hand it to him.
All right.
So it's,
Won't roll my cook's utensils. That is so.
I pulled out a bowl and handed it to him.
And I'm
he
going
filled it
to
up,
fill that.
After he fills it, I'm going to take about 4 steps away and I'm going to sit down cross-legged on the ground and go to eat.
Nope, it's not gonna work. It's crazy. Something wrong with my.
your she's not wanting to have the mechanics work right.
It won't roll. Rolling.
Is it
Saying no attribution.
Is it set to query?
No, it won't roll anything. It won't roll. See, it's trying to roll a save, but it won't do it. Yep.
Do you need to
well.
refresh, or do we need to just redo your sheet here later?
Probably later.
All right.
I'm gonna check it out though. We'll refresh.
So I'm assuming he's gonna just.
Hey, y'all look hungry. Do y'all want some bowls?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, here's a soup for you, and a soup for you. And are we feeding the kobold? He looks. Are you hungry, little guy?
Yeah, I guess.
I could eat. Like you can see this kobold.
Okay, do you allow him to have pee? I'm gonna look up at. I'm gonna disregard the kobold. Look up at Peregrine. And say, do you give him people treats?
You know what? I think he'd probably like that a lot.
Okay. Yeah,
He deserves to be
the
spoiled a
owner
bit.
I give a scoop of bowl and hand it to the kobold, and I was like, "Don't eat it too fast and puke on the couch, all right, guys?"
He is already just like shoved his snout into the bowl. This boy looks like
they're
he
so
hasn't
cute
eaten
when
in a
they're
minute.
that age.
Thankfully, I have
And then I
an
pull out
old
my
rag I can put
glasses
under him.
from my search box.
You just put on your glasses.
And then I'm going to put on my glasses like, all right, now that these are on, I can see the steam from the pot just fogs them up, so I keep them on. Holy cow, is that a kobold? I thought that was a dog.
Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, bark.
Definitely a kobold.
Well,
My name's Greg.
my apologies, little fellow. I now see that some of the things that I earlier said could be construed as offensive to some people, but I can only blame my nearsightedness and ask your fervent forgiveness, friend.
Soup good, we good.
At this point, has he like
give him a little
devoured it
knuckle
all?
bump.
He is. I'm assuming it's a wooden bowl, not like
Yeah.
yeah, he has already eaten part of the bowl as well.
Peregrine's gonna hand hers over to him and let him eat more out of hers.
Yep, this is a hungry little boy.
He's had a rough day.
Kind of
Yeah,
his
so I
own
have a lot
fault.
of other good people here.
Right after you say he had a rough day, God is dead.
It's kind of his own fault, though. Their fault. So, you know.
Well, you also
Well, that's
know,
fine, little
y'all
buddy.
do-
You just need to find a new god. That's all. Hey, have you heard about what was the name? Saronrai? What is? Disregard me. I'm looking something up.
You also, anyone that has a passive perception above 12, y'all having a kobold with y'all has been very noticed. Y'all kind of stand out. You have a very fancy magician, an elf wearing black armor, a gnome riding a giant walking keg,
And a very large woman.
and a very large woman with a kobold tucked under her arm who is eating the second bowl of soup.
As a paladin, I should probably suggest my own god for someone to worship, but it's not really how it works.
You should definitely worship Sorolily. She's a really cool deity. Trust, friendship, hospitality. These are the values that she bestowed.
That sounds better than mine. You don't really pray to my goddess to help you. It's more like you prayed to them to ask them not to fuck up your shit.
Let's
That
see.
sounds very toxic.
Well, it's Luthic, so...
Oh.
When we found him, he was fighting, so we'll introduce him to Tyr.
Well, as you...
I hear Tyr is honorable, but still on the
need
violent side.
everybody real quick to give me a religion check.
Oh, wait, fuck! I'm saying this quietly, damn it.
Yeah, but everybody that is within earshot of you saying it quietly needs to give me a religion check when you say Luthic.
It still won't roll for me, so
Good old manual rolls.
Do you think this goes
let me try and no, let me try and re-import him.
Let's see.
It may not have loaded over.
Mulak is just killing it with the performance, like he pulls like a whole rabbit out from behind a kid.
I like to do the trick too with minor illusion where I take out a hand mirror and make them look into it, but then I minor illusion the reflection onto it and then transfer it to my face so now I look like them.
Some of these kids think that's really dope. Other kids are flipping out.
Sounds like whatever's going to happen from Arvax saying whatever she did was probably already started with Mulak doing what the fuck he's doing right now.
Some people are distracted by this.
I
Like,
wasn't thinking about where we fucking were, shit!
Arvax will not be a good spy for us. Got it.
Fuck.
A little too honest. Normally not a bad trait. Normally.
I forgot we were where we were!
Yep.
We haven't
I'm
played
chalking it up to my disarming, adorable halfling.
We haven't played this game in like a month! Damn it!
Well, that's a 4 for my religion check.
So none of y'all with your religion checks have Luthic stand out to you as anything. Like, Tarl, you know that's with an 11. You think that might be like a foreign religion. Like, you think you remember somebody back home maybe mentioning Luthic, but nothing solid. But Smebulok looks at you, Arvax. I wouldn't say that out loud here.
Yeah. Foot. Oh, and program. Yeah, my bad.
As a couple of the peasants around.
Oh, it was a joke. That was a joke.
The peasant looks. Not funny. We lost everything today. Don't need to think orcs are coming in too.
Well, you've never heard of gallows humor?
Well, that name usually gets you on the gallows, and he just wanders off, eating his soup.
Exactly, that's the funny part.
I'm too used to being in the woods.
I don't think you liked our jokes.
After I finish eating, I'm going to make my way to the tents and bed down.
Y'all watch as Tarl finishes his soup and goes and sacks out in the tent. So what is everyone else doing for now?
Are we like smack dab in the middle of this like refugee camp, or are we kind of like on the outskirts a little bit, or near the outskirts?
Y'all are to the side.
Are we like in the town or outside the town?
You're towards the edge of town. Like, this used to be town. It is no longer town.
Would you say there's like a forest or something within like a very reasonable walking distance, or would that be like too far?
There is not any forest near here. This is more out in the plains. You'd either have to walk back to the Dresfold, which you've never been to, or to the Damp Wood that was back over past the Waystone probably about a week away.
That's fine. There's like plains though, like just an area kind of quiet away from everything.
Yep.
Okay. She's just gonna walk out there and like if there's like a tree or something she can sit by, she would, but if it's just like plains, she'll just sit in an open space for a little bit and chill.
You're just sitting there, the kobold still stuck under your arm, just kind of looking around.
No, she'd actually leave him at camp. She'd pat him on the head and be like, all right, well, you just ate a lot, so make sure you sleep really good because we don't want your tummy hurting tomorrow, so go to bed.
Arvax is still at camp, so there's like a pointed look.
The kobold is just kind of sitting like, I'ma die. I'ma die.
No, you're going to sleep. It'll be better in the morning.
All right, Sloth, I've added it, so you should be able to edit the new imports, see if either of those work.
I point my spoon at our new chef friend. So, what was your name again?
Dude Fury, nice to meet you.
I'm Arvax.
That's a nice name. Cool. Nice to meet you, Arvax.
So, are you from Hillens, or were you just passing through when these guys decided to play a visit? I point at Greg.
Oh, I'm on a grand adventure, Arvax. Actually, I've been traveling across the world writing my book.
A book?
Yes, it's called Taverns, Inns, and Roadhouses. It's cataloging and reviewing the best restaurants, inns, and roadhouses in the world, so that when other adventurers travel, they know where the good grub is.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing in character. It's just funny. Huh. Well, sounds like it'd be useful. I haven't traveled a whole lot yet. Just with these guys. I didn't leave home a whole lot before then. Peregrine, though, the big one, the big lady, she's been all over.
Oh, wow.
She's doing in the field right now, so sorry.
I'm sorry, it cut out for a second, so she's doing in the field.
That is kind of what it sounded like.
No, doing. But sure, yeah, she's taking a shit.
Just everyone looks out and like 60 feet away.
High quality D&D, guys.
She just
Taking
pulls
a
up
shit
a
in the
bush.
field.
Just pulls up a bush and puts it in front of her.
I mean, truthfully, she doesn't drink, so she probably didn't realize that there was ale in that stew. So the little bit that she ate probably wasn't enough to upset her stomach. So we'll just go with that.
You need another bush, Peregrine.
I don't see another one. I don't think I
Oh,
can
it
make
was
it that
not
far.
gluten. I'm sorry, that soup was definitely not gluten free.
No, it's good though.
Greg will run over and hold up part of a tarp in front of you.
It was worth the pain.
But he's a kobold, so I mean he can only hold up so much. Mulak, what are you doing? As some of the kids are kind of, Mom's like, it's fake. I bet it's all mirrors and smoke. Let's go throw rocks at a dead kobold.
And then when they do that, I will cast Chaos Bolt on. No, I'm joking.
Do you even have any spell slots left?
I got whatchamacallits?
Cantrips.
Yeah, which that's not a cantrip, but I don't know. I'll put that out. I had a long rest when we leveled up, so I'm gonna go ahead and say probably not. I don't know. I'm just dinking around. If they're all talking to this little man, then I guess I'll go see what that's about.
Well, he made soup.
Well,
Good.
hi there, fella.
Hey, who
Would
are you?
like a bowl of soup? Hi, I'm Dude.
Dude. Okay. Well, Mulak.
Yeah.
He's traveling around
You're
writing about food
you're
and
a
stuff.
colorful fella.
Nice to meet you. And I put his little head, like on from the top of my step ladder that I'm standing on to reach into this pot. I put my hand out to shake
Okay.
it.
I'll shake it.
The hand he has is very soft on the inside, but looks almost scaly on the outside.
Is
Wow.
he
That's
Oh,
cool.
my hand,
Is that
yeah.
like some sort of like? Is that sort of like? I've heard of this stuff called vitiligo. I've just wondered, is that?
It's similar.
Ah, wow, that's so cool. You are a unique soul.
Thank you. I am.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm
There's
also
absolutely no one in the world like you. I can tell it at first glance.
I like this guy.
Oh, that's, I mean, about par for the course for me. Everyone likes the cook. And I like give him a little wink. You want some soup?
Yeah.
He's
Here's a
writing
bowl of soup.
I did.
I am. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a household name.
Like there's an unspoken competition for your pitches to get higher and higher each time one of you talks, and I love it.
I have borderline personality disorder. Okay.
My voice is higher than your voice. My voice is higher than your voice.
No. Do not bring that god awful app into anything.
Peregrine's gonna actually
I mean,
walk
I
back
can
up
get
now.
higher.
So your wizard, your cleric are both sacked out. The kobold is sticking very close to the rather large woman that claimed him because there's a lot of angry villagers and townsfolk staring at this little kobold that very much has war paint on him.
You should write a cookbook.
Could I? Oh, do I notice them staring at this kobold like?
It is not. Yeah, if you have a passive perception of 10 or above, you notice everybody looking at the kobold.
Hey, little buddy, come back over here. Come here.
He looks up at you, Peregrine.
Peregrine will like usher him forward, but kind of walk with him a little, so he will be brave enough to go on over there on his own.
Just kind of slinks up to you.
Listen here, man. you're bumming people out with all this war paint. Let me fix that up for you. And I'm going to prestidigitate his ass and clean that war paint off him.
Just okay. So now he doesn't have war paint on him, but the immediate folks are still like, "I'm a fucking kobold over there. Killed my grandmom."
And I'm going to take
Yeah.
out.
It's only going to help so much.
I'm going to take out from in my pocket a little mobile, and I'm going like a little compartment case. Pop it open. Put a little bit of makeup on my face, on my cast friend, and I'm gonna get back on my stool.
Okay, so you're gonna cast friends so that
I have advantage on my
okay.
charisma check. And I'm gonna go stand back up in my stool. I'm like, hey, everybody, listen. We just came through a horrible ordeal where some very misguided critters came in and did some terrible things in the name of a god that no longer exists for them. This little fella was misled, and he seems to be changing his way. Let's put this in the past so we can all come together and better rebuild for the future. How's that sound, guys? Besides, he's being looked after by this big lady. She's going to make sure he don't never do anything like this again, or she'll do to him what they did to the other ones. You all heard this is the group to save the town.
Peregrine's gonna kind of uncomfortably pull like her hood up on her cloak a little bit over her face. Like she's not like hiding, but she's kind of covering her hair a little bit and covering a little bit of her face.
I'm sorry, I just felt like she just went, "Don't notice me, senpai." All right, so you need to give me a. I would say this would be performance or persuasion. This would be persuasion. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that'll do it. There's like, oh yeah, we should listen to Dude. Yeah, Dude's never done a story. He made this good soup.
That's right. See, people, it doesn't matter how bad of your day is whenever you got warm soup in your belly and your family around. It doesn't matter what happened. It's a good day because you're still alive. And you have tomorrow and the next day. Future's bright, guys. Future's bright. Enjoy your soup. Here, y'all have the leftovers.
A group of people start singing freaking Kumbaya. Another one. I bet if we give my dead grandmom the soup, she'll wake back up. Yeah, and they just run off with a bowl of soup.
Oh no. You might want to make some extra servings for that crew when they come back. They'll probably need it.
Oh, there's 6 pots. I know how to cook in bulk, sister.
Fair enough.
So,
Are you from this town?
no,
Where are you from?
I'm from all over. I've been growing up on the road.
Where's the road taking you? Anywhere interesting?
Wherever for now. Eventually, I hope to a good tavern or inn, so that I may taste their local cuisine and rate it, and put it in my book here.
Your book?
Yes, I'm writing a book. Didn't I just say this to you guys earlier? I feel like you're
You
not
was
great
shitting out in
listeners.
the field.
I just came back.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, lady, but all you non-halflings kind of look a little alike.
Peregrine's gonna look over at Arvax, who's like a whole foot shorter than she is, and just kind of shrug.
Arvax is kind of going to put her, do the hand on top of the head, like the height thing. Like, I'm at, like, her, arm.
You're all bigger than me. Look, y'all all look. You ladies don't understand. When you all look down at me, the double chin, the wrinkles come up on the face because you're looking downwards. It's not your best angle, so you all kind of look like pugs.
Peregrine's gonna kneel down on her knees.
That was rude.
Peregrine's gonna get on her knees, like around like the head height that he is, and look up at Arvax. Ooh, you do have those worry lines for me, girl.
Yeah, but your
See,
ears
son.
come out to like here, and mine come out to like here.
Peregrine's just gonna point to the hood. One of my ears are out.
The kobold is just sitting there eating a raw potato, watching this with
Hey,
her.
no.
It starts
Don't
chewing,
eat.
It starts chewing
Hey,
faster.
hey,
What
I'm
do
gonna
you got in your
pull
mouth?
out
What do you
my
got in your mouth?
ladle. I'm gonna pull out my ladle and start popping him on the nose.
He is now dead because he is a kobold.
No, I'm not hitting him to kill him. I'm popping like you popping a dog. For
Just spits it out.
yeah, just no bad, like rolled up newspaper. Not kill him. Not trying to brain the mother.
See, now I hope that you have a ladle, but use the stats for a mace.
No, I have a ladle. A ladle is for ladling soup and whopping kobolds on the ass. You don't eat my dry goods. That one potato could have fed 6 people. That's selfish. Don't do that stuff.
It just hands back over a tomato.
Put it back in the bag. Go get another bowl of soup. There's like 6 pots, bro. Go eat that stuff. Don't stay out of my ingredients.
Puts the celery back in a box.
Hey,
He really took a little of everything.
give me back the cheese. I know you got it.
He's a kobold. They're like kind of like goblins. They don't have much of a
Puts the cheese,
concept of ownership.
put the cheese back, and then also puts a couple forks back.
Usually their mindset is kind of it's there and no one else is touching it. I can use it.
The kobold kind of nods at that comment.
They and goblins don't really
Hey,
go for ownership.
You want to see something really cool, man? All right, listen. I got this right here, and I'm gonna pull out my alchemy jug. And I'm gonna say, like, come here. All right, you see this cork right here?
Yeah.
You're gonna love this. Are you ready? Hold out your hands,
It does so.
and I'm gonna uncork and pour into his hand all like at least a quarter of a gallon of mayonnaise.
It's
Just a big clob in both hands full with a mound of just mayonnaise, and I'm gonna cork that spot. That thing.
It is going to just start licking the mayonnaise off his hands in the most disgusting,
Oh.
horrible little thing ever.
I figured he'd like that. It's just eggs and oil, people. Like it, but it's very tangy.
Just these wet, gargly smacks.
I don't think I've tried that before. Is it good?
You want some mayonnaise
The
here?
kobold holds up its kobold.
No.
covered
That's
in
not.
mayonnaise.
That's unsanitary. We don't do that here. You. That's for you. You keep that to yourself, and then possibly go wash your hands after.
It goes over to Mulak and offers mayonnaise.
See, you're giving it concepts it's really not familiar with.
You gotta start immediately with training these things. Oh shit, my glasses.
Mulak, do you take any mayonnaise from the kobold?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I'm gonna take a page of Tarl's book. I'm going to bed.
All right. Well, if you all are going to bed, I won't. I'll make some treats for them in the morning.
Do they have any weapons? Do you have any weapons on you that like noticeable?
Me, I have a knife.
So
Like-
like a
Fucking
butcher's
knife.
knife, like a kitchen knife.
Like a chef knife, yeah.
Okay.
It's fairly big in my halfling hands, so it looks a lot like a dagger.
Fucking knife.
What do you got?
No, I was thinking of the murderous Muppets.
And I'm just saying, what do you got? A knife.
Knife. No.
Okay. So 4 plus your proficiency modifier.
Yep.
Roll me a d8.
What, a D8?
Oh, hold on. Let's see at the end. Okay, I thought it was temporary hit points. No, it allows them to do a d8 of healing whenever they eat it, right?
Yep. Well, I'm doing the next morning. I want to make treats that last for 8 hours, and they give them temporary hit points equal to my proficiency, which right now is only 3.
So before they all start going to bed, you see the old gnome who is just finishing the soup. He looks at you. Are you looking for a job, dude?
I mean, I could always use some coin.
I've been trying to reform my old mercenary company, and
Oh, you need a cook.
Yeah, we need a cook. Also
course.
We lost one today, so need to replenish numbers. You know, the unfortunate thing.
Everyone is replaceable.
But definitely need
That's kind of ominous.
Does Mulak just actually like lean in and say everyone's replaceable ominously behind the gnome?
Yes, but also he wasn't listening to that conversation. He just said that.
Frickin' goth fantastic dragon elf.
Truly a unique man. No one is like him in the whole world.
Except his twin brother that's asleep.
I haven't met his twin brother.
Anyway, I can get you supplies. Pay right now is usually set by contract that we pick up. But so far they've made at least 50, 60 gold a job each.
That's good. Wonderful news. Let me ask a question. Do they have... You guys travel, right? Go
They
different
do.
places.
They've
Little bit all
been
over.
around. They've been around the diocese a bit.
Wonderful. It'll help me write my book.
Oh, good. He just reaches in his pack and pulls out this very long contract. Here, just read it over and give it a sign.
I don't need to read it, man. I trust you. You got that face. You know what I mean?
He just smiles, this snaggletooth missing, like he's missing a couple of his front teeth. Grin.
Hey, but have you had some soup?
I've had 2 bowls.
All right. You want some beer?
No, if I drink any more, I'll have to go visit the hole out in the field behind the bush.
Man, we've got privies like right over there. What?
I cannot do that to anyone else that would be coming after me.
Okay. So about this contract. What's the starting pay?
You get...
There's a signing bonus?
As you look over it, there is a 10 gold signing bonus. And you get a equal share of the job.
Nice. I'll take this. I'll sign it. I'm going to look over him like, yeah, you're a very handsome fella. I'm sure you won't die alone, man. Positive of it. I got a good feeling about you.
He just nods, hands you a platinum. Because, yeah, platinum's 10 gold. And he's like, well, I got to get this walking keg to the wizard that owns it now.
Wonderful work.
And he's, as he goes wandering off in the early twilight of the day, let me make sure I say this right.
Oh, wait, before I go to sleep, how much longer do we have on the Glorples being tiny?
You don't, give me an intelligence check. You hear Smebulok as he walks off. I'm looking for huge ass. Huge ass. Noble huge ass. I have your keg. Like he's just wandering off into the night, yelling this.
I need to make a what check?
Intelligence.
Oh, fuck. Oh!
You probably have about 20 minutes.
Can I hit the rune again before it
Nope.
wears off?
Have to do it after it. You can't reactivate it while it's little.
I'll go wait out in the field for it to get big again.
Just
I'll take it and let it, I'll hold the little chain and I'll let it run around in circles. Chasing things.
okay.
I'm picturing it now, like chasing and absorbing fireflies until it has like little glows inside of it as it eats the fireflies.
Oh, it does that, but then when it returns to full size, it's just a whole bunch of fireflies get absorbed at once. So it's like it's just like a massive glow stick out in the field. So you're reaching in to touch the
Yeah.
That is 6 acid damage.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna be taking a rest after this anyway.
And it just whoop, and all the fireflies, like a couple of them, when it goes back to normal size, they just fall dead to the ground. Like one flies off.
All right.
The one badass firefly.
Christina has let us know that the Please Stand By is up on Twitch.
Yep. Didn't really matter because we're just role playing at this point, but that is good to know. Switched over. So, y'all have a good night's sleep. And when you awake in the morning, there is no vessel, but there is a Smebulok back.
Can I walk right up to Smebulok before anybody else gets there?
Yes.
Hey, Smebulok, do you happen to know what town Sean's family lived in? Like, where he was from?
Yeah, he was from up around Dresbor, I think.
Dresbor, okay. Do you happen to know what his last name was? Or his family name?
Give the DM a second.
I think that's called a hippo violation.
McLeod.
Okay, thank you.
You're looking at sending them his effects.
I will deliver it myself. Yes.
Well, that'll save me from having to mail them through the pro post.
Do I know where that's at, Dresbor?
Give me a history check. No.
How far is that?
Straight as the crow flies. About 2 weeks, 2.5 by road.
North, south, east, west?
It's northeast over near the Dresfold.
Alright, well, if you're getting the contracts headed that way, send them our way.
I definitely will. You're my only employees.
So I think what you're saying is we need a raise?
If I get the money to give it to you, yeah.
Alright, sounds good to me. Shake on it.
Your hands are oddly soft and I don't trust them all that much.
Kiss on it. My lips are also very soft.
I'm going away now. Alright, so Peregrine, you're using your Wanderer ability.
I was more double checking what that was, so if you needed to figure out where it was, maybe I've been past there.
I would say with where you've come from originally and landing up at Cod, you probably haven't gone as far east as Dresbor yet.
Gotcha.
But you probably have heard of it. There's the closer you get to the now I'm getting tongue-tied. The closer you get to the Dresfold, the more things seem to have Dres in the name of it.
That all kind of blurs together, probably, since I've not been there.
Yeah, like you've heard of a sub-diocese called Dresven. You've probably heard Dresbor. You've definitely heard of the Dresfold. So it's probably in that direction, but the next morning, Kobold is not dead because people did not want to go near the heavily armored individuals and rather large individual that seems to be his caretaker. And you see coming up to you a member of the Metal Pikes, wearing their signature armor, carrying, well, of course, a rather large metal pike. And he comes up, I'm looking for the Fahal guys.
Yeah, that's us.
Morning! Want some coffee?
God, yes.
For you, a little coffee there, but hey, how's it going? You look like you're having a rough morning already.
Yeah, you can say that.
You sit down here, I've got a scone. Take a little load off here. You know?
Did you say scone?
Yeah, you want a scone? They're
Yes.
blueberry.
What's a
That-
scone?
That'll suffice.
It's a type of biscuit. It's a pastry. It's got a little sugar, a little butter, real flaky crumb.
Biscuits are
Blueberries
good.
worked into the dough and it's baked. I use my Dutch oven. Here, try one. It's very good with this bitter coffee.
I like
Hey,
one of those, like, bread things.
Yes,
You
it
just
is a
hear
bread
the,
thing.
the metal pike.
Right. Hey, but so what are you looking for the Fall Guys for? What's up?
He drinks some of the coffee to kind of help choke down because he
I
just
don't-
inhaled this scone, which is not a very bright thing, but he's obviously hungry because of what's been going on. He just the water.
That scone gave him like 3 temporary hit points.
He is now a healthier boy than he was a second ago. He's feeling a little energetic, but he's says the warder and sergeant want to speak to the Fahal guys about possible contract work as additional city guard for services rendered and gained, and also to reward you on behalf of the diocese. And I'm having to go back and double check my terminology. Elder Prioress Muriel.
Okay.
Can I please have another one of those scones?
No, there's not enough for that. But I have some scrambled eggs. Would you like that? You look like you could use a little meat on your bones, but
Yes, very much so. Thank you, please.
here you go. And I'm gonna reach into one of my pouches and pull out and like just sprinkle some spices over the top of it. Like try that smoked paprika there. It's amazing.
He is almost weeping because this is beyond anything he normally gets. But after he finishes eating, if you'll follow me back into the town, we got the fires under control.
While I got him like eating and happy and content, where is it at? Ever Hospitable, I think it is. I get to add a D4 to a persuasion. and I want to persuade this guy to give us a minute and let us talk.
Okay. Make that persuasion roll.
There, and I'll add a D4 to that.
He
Oh
looks
wait, that's a 3. Hold on, I got another thing for this. Since I rolled a 3, that's actually going to be a 10. Plus
Hold on,
9
you
for
rolled it turns the D4 into a 10.
no, it turns the D20 into a 10.
Oh, let me look at that. Yeah. Okay, so that is 10 plus, so 19, 22.
Yep.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you can take your time. Just
Cool.
goes back to drinking his cup of coffee.
All right, you fellas got a minute. You can wake on up and do your chore and whatnot. They'll be patient. I'll just smile and go back to making more scone.
You see that the kobold is washing one of your dirty bowls for you.
Thank you very much there, bud. Get you a handful of them blueberries as a reward. That's good behavior.
It just smiles, and you see it already had shoved a handful of blueberries into its mouth.
You said if we
Have
eat
one.
the scone, we get temporary hit points.
Yeah.
How many scones were there?
Well, I would have used the first hour after I woke up to make 3, and then the next hour when you guys were waking up, I would have made 3 more. So I have a total of 6. Gave 1 away, so that's 5. So I've got 1 for each of you guys and the kobold.
I need to step away for just a second, so I'm going to mute and put us back on the waiting screen for just a second. So let's take like a little 5-10 minute break, and then we'll be right back.
Sorry, how much were the temporary hit points?
3.
All right, looks like audio is back on my end. Let's do a real quick mic check for everybody. Dude.
Yo, yo, yo.
Arvax. Arvax.
Sorry, I stood up to turn the dryer back on. What was that?
Just doing an audio check.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Hello.
Peregrine.
Yippers.
Tarl.
At your service.
So y'all are being allowed a little bit of respite to finish your breakfast while this middle pike guard is off to the side enjoying a cup of coffee from your new cook. Dude, Smebilak would have told you shortly after you woke up that he did hire the wonderful halfling cook.
Now we can get some real fucking food.
What's he do besides
Language. There are
cook?
children in this camp, man.
What do you do besides cook? Not that that's not a profitable skill.
Are we
Oh.
unmuted? Because I'm not getting anything on the Twitch channel. It's just please stand by and it's quiet.
It might be lag. It shows this on my end. It shows, yeah, I've got sound coming from it on my end.
It's weird. I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I think it's working on mine too.
All right, it's just me. It's just me. I was just making sure.
So, he looks
I think
at you.
Mulak was asking about skills.
Oh, well, I'm what you might call a jack of all trades. I could do a little bit of everything. Been traveling around, doing my thing. And I've dabbled, played the few occasional gigs. Sometimes like spoken word poetry. I was in the ska band for a while. It didn't work out.
Oh, you could play play a trombone?
Well, I was mostly percussion. I got this hand drum.
Oh, nice. If I had the rank skills, ska band member, be number 1 on the list.
Peregrine's gonna lean over to Arvax. I don't know what any of this means.
Yeah, me neither.
That's okay. You ladies eat your breakfast.
Tarl just eating and listening.
So, after y'all finish your breakfast, is there anything else anybody wanted to do?
Not at the moment.
Okay. After y'all finish your breakfast, he will escort you down through the town and see if I can slide the map over more so folks can see it at home. Welp. Hold on. So there we go. It's on the edge of the map. He takes you down back through the ends, which is the neighborhood you're in. And as you look around, several buildings are fire damaged, but it looks like, not everything was damaged. The fire might not have been as widespread as folks initially thought. It also seems like there was several oil bombs or smoke bombs that had been also thrown by the kobolds. So people are starting to go through, and you're taken down from the ends down the main road called the Market Way. And you see Sergeant Gavelbur.
I think that would be Mackett.
Oh, did I leave an R out? Yeah, I did.
Mackett Way.
Yeah, I left out an R. Way to go, Hewitt.
It's just because in Hilllands they're non-rhotic speakers here.
Yeah, everyone here now sounds like they're from Jersey. Let me just retcon what all the peasants sound like. But they take you down. You see Sergeant Gavel Burr and this massive, dull, golden-colored Dragonborn. Y'all have seen them before, but Dragonborn are pretty rare in Stout Elb, and this one is old. Like his metallic sheen has begun to dull with age. And give me a history check real quick. And dude. Okay, so the only one that knows who this is right off the bat is Peregrine, and it's probably just because his name's floating around. And he is now underneath your key figures under your journal. Warder Advaras Bloodmane.
That's a badass name.
It's really weird that he does not have a mane, nor is there blood in it.
Not right now.
That is true. It could be like, a prop.
And let's see, who has a passive perception above 15?
Nope.
Yep.
I do.
Not eyes for the dude.
Nope. No, I do not. Never mind.
I do.
You
I only
notice,
passively observe around 13.
in that case, Peregrine, you also notice his eyes are completely glazed over. Like a milky white.
I think he might be blind. She's gonna kind of wave at him from a distance.
There is no response, but as you're brought up, the metal pike looks, brought them, and going back to my other duty, and just quickly moves off. And Bloodmane turns around. I've been told you saved Faltshire.
Yeah. If that was the place to the south, that was us.
And that you killed the false dragon.
That's correct. It was some sort of contraption, apparently.
A blimp.
Yes, that.
That was us as well.
On behalf of the Metal Pikes and the Elder Priders, I wish to thank you. You have saved many lives while we were caught up in the north.
You're welcome.
But I must ask, in all seriousness, is your mercenary band named the Fall Guys?
We did not pick that.
I did.
Yeah, he did. We did not pick that.
I had my choice. His name would be the Smashy Smash.
I think you'd name a child that, Tarl.
We got to smash to get the smash.
God damn it.
The dwarf is a little vulgar, but funny.
So, what else can we do for you?
We lost several numbers, especially out in the north from. We would like to offer you a contract, or subcontract you to serve as guards in the area till we can replenish our numbers.
I mean, he's the boss, and I points Mibulok.
He is also an old crazy gnome.
Yeah, well, can't argue with that.
In the way that the metal pikes work, there is a chain of command. Oh, who'd we lose?
We're not
So he accidentally bumped the cat with his foot, and the cat freaked out and ran past his computer and unplugged it. So he'll be back in a little bit. He scared the crap out of me when he came over and knocked on my door. But yeah, that's why. So he's been gone for a hot second, but he'll be back.
Someone cast Furious Furball Flight.
Yeah, pretty much.
How do the pikes work?
We do vote. Each member has a say.
Peregrine's gonna look at Arvax. I mean, I don't know much about this contract stuff, so whatever you say, I'll go where you go.
I mean, contracts aren't a super big thing from either.
I thought you guys was adventurers.
Adventurers, yeah.
Guard duty seems a little meh for adventurers.
I mean, it's temporary. I think they
That's
just
how they get you.
like, okay, what kind of, how long would this last, or what kind of duties would it entail?
You will deal with several of the smaller jobs that we cannot do as we are still doing patrols and repairs.
So, is it only in this area or further off?
It'll be within the diocese.
How big's the diocese again?
Out of character, the diocese. Let me look at my map of it.
I was trying to find the map.
It would take about a month to travel by road from one end to the other.
Oh, so it's a pretty big area.
So they're subcontracting us for adventurers work through their guild?
It's not really a guild, I don't think.
Let's see, especially because Peregrine would know it. The Metal Pikes are a mercenary guild that's
Okay.
all throughout the Stout Elb and Long Elb.
Would
And
I? Oh,
go ahead.
I was going to ask, would I be able to use my court functionary background to navigate the bureaucracies of checking these contracts?
Yeah. If you start looking at the contract while he's talking, it is a straightforward subcontracting job. It's not unusual, especially on Stout Elb, for a larger, well-known mercenary band to subcontract smaller ones to do jobs for them that they might not have the numbers or interest in. You'll still get paid, and you will still be respected, but you will not necessarily be part of their guild. But you will be contracted to work with them for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Basically, we'd be taking their crumbs.
Not so much crumbs, but
What they can't handle at the moment after what the kobolds did to the city.
right, they're going, like, the main core of the Metal Pikes that are going to be in the Hebon Diocese where y'all are at. are going to probably be around Hillens, because someone did just try to attack the Elder Prioress, who is the religious head and the head of state here, kind of like a governor. So they're going to stay there. So where they would normally have patrols to deal with larger threats above where, basically what would have been above your pay grade beforehand, they might send someone out to deal with that, but they can't right now, so it would probably be y'all that would be sent out.
I mean, that sounds pretty
Okay,
straightforward.
just as long as we're not getting set, like, to get kittens out of trees and stuff, you know. I didn't sign up for kittens and trees, although that is very cute, and I would definitely help that poor kitty.
The Bloodmane just looks at you, and you watch as you say that. He seems frustrated for a second. You watch, there's a frill on his neck, and as it flares out, it is a deep red that then folds back down. No, that is Hildgard that does that. You'll be doing minor military contracts that we do not have the manpower to do right now.
I mean, that sounds fair enough, I guess.
He also
This
looks.
doesn't-
He looks.
This doesn't
directly
mean
at-
that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
This doesn't mean that we're. I believe the word is conscripted. Correct.
No, you're contracted. You're not part of one of the writs, and you're not the woven branch. And his blind eyes look directly at you, Arvax. And we can keep the woven branch off of some of you.
Sounds fair to me.
I don't get the reference, but I feel the atmosphere is very tense right now. Does anyone want a cookie?
Yes.
That one guard comes back. I'd like a cookie.
Oh, here, take some to your buddies. All right, tell them that they're from the Fall Guy. Oatmeal raisin and chocolate chip. It's very nutritious, high in fiber, and very sweet.
So, I would like an answer. Do you wish to subcontract with us?
Yeah, sure. Sounds like a fair enough deal.
So Arvax is a yay.
I am a yay.
Is maybe like listening to this too?
Smebulok is definitely a yay. This is he has a small time mercenary company, and he's about to get contracted by the largest mercenary guild in the country. He's down.
If Smebulok's down, then I'm down.
So that's 3 votes yay. Tarl?
I'm gonna go with the party since I don't know what the hell's going on.
See, I guess to explain again, he is. Am I coming through loud enough now, or am I still low for you?
Low for you. Your voice is normal. It's fine. It's just the other voice. I cannot hear a word.
Okay, so he's offering to subcontract y'all to help out since they've lost a large number of members of their guild and mercenary company.
How long is the contract for?
Let's see. Dude, you read over it. It would be for about 3 months.
About 3 months. Seems a little long.
How's that going to affect the other obligations we've already agreed to?
I think
we've fulfilled all of those except getting this guy back to, his family, and I hold up Orpals.
Dude, you see what looks like a tiny gelatinous cube inside of a glass lantern.
Oh, do you keep Jello? Whoa, what?
No,
That's neat.
it's a cube, and I kind of tap it so the Glorpals kind of shifts around.
You tap it, and Glorples runs straight into the glass and smacks a little bit.
No,
And slides back down.
don't do that.
Do not touch it.
He's not bright. Is Gavelbur there too?
Yeah, Gavelbur's right next to him.
Not to be a broken record and change the subject too quick, but have you heard anything about the corpse swabbles yet?
Yeah, they're cleaning out their estate right now.
Oh, well, they might want this guy to help then. But they're all in agreement. I mean, 3 months seems like a bit, considering how long it.
What's that, Tarl?
How much does it pay?
Looking at the contract, dude, it depends on the jobs that you get, but there is going to be a steady income of 400 gold a month, subcontracted deal to be divided amongst the company.
All right.
The company being our party.
Yes.
I would like to know if this spell would be applicable. For us to get B2 inflate our value.
I was about to say, I think it's worth 100 gold each per month if we take this contract for 3 months.
Let's see, an object no more than 1 foot on a side, so y'all are all more than 1 foot.
Ah, crap. Okay.
No,
All right,
it's a good idea. It's just this is for more of an
good
item.
old-fashioned persuasion. It is. Oh. Listen, man. I know my way around a contract. Signed a few of my time for and the way I see it, like we are willing to help, but in this moment, 3 months is a lot to commit to without assurances. Because if we're getting paid per job, what happens if the jobs dry up in a month? That we're sitting here, we're shackled to you guys with no guarantees of income. We've got families, we've got responsibilities, we got bills. I'm just looking for fair pay.
Before you roll that, to clarify, there is a minimum of 400 gold a month to be given to the company or to the Fall Guys every month, on top of whatever you get paid for the additional jobs.
We need a minimum of 100 per member per month, plus the additional jobs.
Make that persuasion check then.
Did he eat a cookie?
The dragon? No. The random guard that you gave a scone to ran back up to get a cookie.
Well, that's going to be a 19. Because that was below a 10. Treated as a 10.
All right, let me double check something with this dude.
My rolls ain't hitting no shit tonight.
Okay, yeah, so with that, between Tarl and you, he'll look at you. Let's see, what's the size of the party again?
6, I think.
7. So he just looks, and since Cannon's having trouble hearing the voice I'm using, He says, that's fine.
Wonderful. Here, have a cookie to celebrate our arrangement.
I'm diabetic.
Oh. Well, then here's a biscuit.
He just takes it,
Sugar-free.
and puts it in a pouch. He looks to Gavelbert, and again, since the voice is not working with Canon, basically says, get it signed, or get him to sign it, get it notarized, and then he walks off down the street as if he could see perfectly.
It was kind of cool.
I'm sorry, my notary stamp has expired. I really
Gavelbert
gotta
looks,
get that.
no, I gotta take this up there and get it, get the temple stamp on it to make it official.
Oh.
They have their fingers in everything.
Yeah.
Also, I make sure it's tithe season, so you'll have to pay anyone that's not part of the Film Order. Remember, you're going to have to pay soon. So,
How much is that?
10% of whatever you have on you.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna drop 5 gold in. And go pay mine at the temple.
But the Gavelbert is going to then go to turn off. The stops, turns back to you, and puts a small chest up on a table. A gift from the Elder Prioress. And then he heads off that way to get the paperwork made official.
Hey, where do we find the Gorswabble place?
Uptown.
Thank you.
What's in the chest? So I can record it in party inventory.
In the chest is 100 platinum.
Oh.
A dragon's tooth, similar to the one that Smebulok wears around his neck. A scroll with the seal of the Hebon Diocese. And a small bag of gems worth about 250 gold.
What's on the scroll?
If you open it, it is a writ to stay in any inn within the Hebon Diocese for free.
Ooh.
You basically have what is called a writ of stay.
Who
Oh,
wants to carry this?
I have a scroll case.
I hand it to him. All right. Well, they gave us stuff, so I guess that's good. Should probably head into Uptown and unload this guy. I'd give Glorple just a little shake. Not like to shake him up, just be like, yep, this one. He might be able to help him clean up.
Cool. I'm gonna stop by the church and pay my taxes.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
What are
Listen,
taxes?
If I'm not mistaken, in this area you have to like pay if you worship a god that's not like the one they like.
Sometimes that's all they make you do. I'm good for the moment.
Smebulok looks at you. I'll take care of the tithe. It's part of the job as employer here. So you just keep your money. I'll go do that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, you're the last guys I had handling this didn't get me much on my refund.
Kinda-
That's because there is no refund from the church.
I kind of pat Smebulock on the shoulder as I walk past him as a thank you, and then I'm gonna start heading towards Uptown with the cube.
Uptown, cube you up. Uptown, cube you up.
Oh my god. Peregrine will go with her.
The halfling follows, like dancing while he goes uptown, cube you up. Uptown, cube you up.
So we're going to find the cube's owners.
Yeah.
Finally.
I'm going with.
Peregrine's gonna look at the halfling. Is this the ska of which you spoke?
Oh man, that's like a whole different thing. You just had to be there, you know?
Okay. She's gonna lean over to Arvax. I still have no clue what he's talking about.
I thought it was some kind of food, but now I think it's music.
I thought it was music, but now I don't know anymore.
I'm sorry. Every time y'all do that, it makes me think the 2 homeschool kids that showed up for a school field trip.
Oh god.
Oh no!
So y'all get over there and you find very quickly that Uptown fared better, because it seems like these kobolds probably came from the north and southwest, not the northeast. So
What do you know? Gated communities, huh?
I'll ask someone where we can find the Gorbswabble estate, or where it used to be.
they point at this rather awkward shaped house. I will ping it on the map. It is a rather large house with a windmill kind of attached to the back end of it. It has some fire damage, but everybody give me a perception check.
Woo!
What about our scaly sorcerer?
Think I'm paying attention to anything?
You might pay attention to this because there's a large
The fancy
smoldering
part of
hole.
town. You like fancy things.
Would you get distracted by like flying buttresses and fancy architecture?
Nope.
You're just, I'm done with this. I'm over this. This is not my thing. But let's see, Arvax and Dude, y'all, you notice that the fire damage is to the roof and probably 15 feet up this large windmill. There is a burned out hole, is what y'all notice. Arvax, you definitely know that was not caused by kobolds.
I don't think that was because of the kobolds.
What's today's date?
I don't know.
The 8th.
What month?
The
What's a
3rd.
month?
What's a month?
That's third month. 3/8 was an inside job.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
You see this gnome with a half-burned off green beard, a mess of tangled green hair, wearing a bright blue robe, yelling at a bunch of what look like other versions of himself, moving boxes.
Excuse me?
Hello!
Hi. We're looking for, Merchant Ellen Nostro Gorb Slobble?
Oh, that's me. 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 One leans up.
Okay.
One. That's me.
Okay. What happened to your windmill there?
Number 52. Played with dynamite.
Oh. Okay. Neat. So we found this thing that's yours, and I'm going to hold up Glorples in its lantern.
You hear well over 30 versions of the same voice going, Glorples!
Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, we found Glorples.
And one of the other ones that does not have a burned beard runs up and holds out his hands for the container that has Glorples in it.
Alright, you behave, little guy. And I'm gonna give it back to the merchant.
And when he gets when this version, did you go chasing butterflies again?
Yeah. Ran into a troll. Really nasty troll.
Did you eat that troll?
After we killed it. Or I killed it.
You deserve to be paid. And the first one hands you a gold.
It was
And
300.
then another one comes and hands you a gold.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Could we just get the 300 gold all at one time?
I'm gonna make sandwiches.
What was that, dude?
If we're gonna be here for a while with this bit, can I make sandwiches?
You sure could. Like, it is every... They
It
all
take like
come
an
running
hour,
up.
right? Cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's-
make sandwiches for everybody.
It takes a minute as well over 300 of these Elenastro Gorb Swabble comes and hands you a gold. You eventually, because like you hear some of them talking and you mentioned a troll, you actually get paid 450 gold.
So, why are there a bunch of you?
Simulacrums.
That sounds like a sickness.
We are down with it.
What's a simulacrum?
One leans out a window. Magic.
Okay,
So it's
and
like a
does-
bunch of copies of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That would be handy. You know, I met a chef that he did this. He cast this spell. I believe I can't remember what his name was. Ramsey something.
So which one's the real one?
You just see all of them stop and look and shrug.
I don't think they know.
I don't like this.
Well, this is real neat, mister.
Peregrine
We
is
got paid,
uncomfortable.
right?
We got paid 400.
So who's number one?
You have not seen a number 1 on a shirt yet.
What's the lowest number we've seen?
What's the highest number?
The highest number you saw was 388. The lowest number you saw was 7.
Huh. That's interesting. So I guess we got 450 gold for the party fund, Tarl.
Yes, I have that recorded.
And I packed you all BLT sandwiches. And listen, if you guys eat these before you've digested your scones earlier, it's going to be a waste. So you just take these, put these in your little pack, and whenever you get hungry later, you eat these sandwiches. And I
Okay.
only made 3, so I'm giving them to Tarl, Peregrine, and Arvax. I'm gonna look at Milok and I'm like, you don't look like you need to eat as much as they look heftier.
Yeah, it's the armor, but thanks. And a bucket, the sandwich.
So he
Pocket
gave us a
bacon sandwich.
BLT. He gave us a BLT to hold on to.
Yeah,
Yep.
it lasts for 8 hours, and if you eat it, it's another 3 temporary hit points. So just wait until you use these and eat your sandwich afterwards.
Well, glad we were able to bring the jiggly thing back home. Might want to toughen up the chain you keep it on, though.
Yes, next time. Adamantine.
Can you do what you did to yourself to me?
12,000 gold.
I'll be back.
No. I already have to deal with your twin. I'm not dealing with more of you.
Oh, I just out of curiosity, is there an easier way to click the runestone inside the thing other than burning yourself?
Holds up a metal rod. Just
Ah,
a
figured.
normal, everyday metal rod.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Pokey stick.
You know, many primates have developed the ability to use tools to solve everyday problems. And you ladies forgot the magic of a stick. That is amazing.
The metal stick I have is this, and I hold out my sword, and I wasn't risking it.
As you hold up your sword, you see one of the simulacrums come run up, slap something on it, and walk off.
What the hell is that?
If you look at
What the hell is that?
you look at your sword, it just has a skull sticker on it.
Oh, it's gonna take forever to get off.
That's kind of cool, though.
Prestidigitation to clean her sword.
The sticker is still on there.
Ah, come on. I just start picking.
That's all I got. So, where we go get our first job from those other guys?
That's a good question. We didn't really find that out.
Do we gotta go to the temple to talk to this guy? Do we talk to the big lizard? I don't know. I read the contract, but I am so forgetful.
I guess we could go back and find Gavelbur.
Let's see, Gavelbur would probably still be at the temple motte.
I kind of want to avoid the temple if possible, but
I'll go. I got no problem with these guys. I'm friends with everybody.
we should probably stick together.
I mean, we can just wait outside when we get there. But at least we can go.
I mean, yeah, you're right. So I guess
Is anyone else going with me, or is
we're all going to the temple. Not all of us might go in.
okay? Do we have any problems getting to the temple?
Nope. Other than there's still the lingering smell of wood smoke. Close to the temple motte, there is a lot more fire damage. It does look like the city is going to probably take a good while to be repaired and rebuilt. There are wagons of dead kobolds being carried away. And you do notice, especially everybody give me a religion check.
Who is this temple for, by the way?
Give me a second on that. Let's see. The temple has all of the Elfim Order's pantheon, but there is a very large shrine to Aurori.
Oh, okay. When we get there, Peregrine's going to look at Arvax. I'm actually going to go in, I think.
Who do you say it was a temple to?
That is where Gavelbur was heading to. Let's see. Everybody that got a 13, You notice that a lot of the people that are hauling off these dead kobolds are what are called penitents. Which, let's see, do I have that available in your lore? Yep, it's underneath lore terms. A penitent is basically the folks who either don't pay their tithe or are caught worshiping not necessarily outlawed gods, but gods that are not in favor and have been put into basically a indentured servitude / slavery to pay off the religious debt.
See, that right there, community service. That's why I wanted to make sure I always pay my taxes. Everywhere you go, you just pay the taxes.
I know I rolled a
Nightmare.
I know I rolled a 5, but would I kind of know that having had to learn about the theocracy?
You wouldn't know what penitents are. You would just know that you never want to get caught.
Yeah, I'm still gonna just wait out here.
Yeah, more importantly, this is people who got caught not paying their tithes.
So who all is actually going up to and into the temple? Arvax is going to wait outside.
I don't think your button was coming through for me.
Can y'all hear me?
As Tarl is waiting outside.
Okay, so Tarl and Arvax are staying outside.
I'll go in.
And Peregrine's going in.
I mean, I already said I would go in, so I guess I go in. Who are we looking for again?
I don't know. Y'all are the diplomats.
Yeah, but I joined you guys yesterday, and I don't know the people you know. I could talk to anybody, but I suck with faces.
I mean, I don't even know the names of the people either. I'm not a names person. Ask him. She points at Mulak.
But as you go in, you
Flash
can
your
see
grin.
off to the side, you do see that Smabulak is in a long line with people counting out money to what looks like a couple of white-robed elven individuals. There's also a couple of those same robed individuals cleaning soot from places. And you also see there are several that are carrying baskets outside. But as you look further into the temple itself, you can see there are multiple shrines to the numerous Elfim deities. The one that is usually the creator deity has takes the show, has the main point at the end of the temple in most of them, but in this one it is instead make sure I'm pronouncing it right. So instead of Coralon, Coralon, the creator god being at the apex at the dais, it is actually RY. And you can see that there are several people that are over there. There's also several at the altar of Labalas, which would make sense since he is the elven deity of death, and there has been a good bit of that here.
Is that a competitor for the Raven Queen?
The Raven Queen is an outlawed religion.
Right, but would that be considered a competitor?
He is the god of death, while the kind of a lord of death. Like, after you die, he passes judgment on you. The Raven Queen is actually the goddess of the act of death. Like,
so like the shepherd.
She is more of the psychopomp, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they work more in tandem.
In your belief system, yes. But if you start mentioning the Raven Queen too much, you're going to have issues with the LFM order.
More so the way I was raised.
Well, I'll say this: your family has kept the Raven Queen stuff on the DL.
Yes.
Is there a line right now for the RY shrine?
There is just a large group there, not so much a line.
Just kind of people gathered around.
Yeah.
Ooh, a congregation of such.
She's gonna look at the other two. Y'all go ahead and find whomever it is that we're supposed to find. I'll be back in just a second.
That's
Y'all can't-
what I've
y'all
been
can't miss me.
asking. Who are we supposed to find?
Ask him. I don't know. And she's gonna walk off.
Do you know Malak?
Nope, but
I'm
I do
going
know
to
how to
point in the
find.
direction where Arvax is, and I'm going to cast a message. I was like, "Hey, very embarrassing. I forgot who I'm looking for. I feel like I fudged up. Please don't be mad." And you can reply to this message.
Arvax, did you hear him?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize he was sending the message to me. What did he say?
I fudged up, and I forgot who I'm looking for. Please respond.
Oh, hang on, I'm scrolling. Sergeant Marvin Gavelburr.
So, do I know what he looks like?
You were there.
Stout dwarf, graying beard. Was next to the big dragon man.
Do I see him in here?
You do not.
What's his name we're looking for? I'm
Gavelburr.
asking. No, I know that. I'm asking. Guy. Dude.
Hey, guy. Watch it. Name's Dude. For copyright reasons.
We don't need to be sued all the Flavor Town. He wouldn't do that.
He's a nice guy. I don't know why people give him shit. Like, he just has frosted tips and likes what he eats.
He's
Nothing wrong with that.
unabashedly himself, and I love it.
Yeah. He has a good time. Gavelberg, I believe is his name.
I'll just yell out, Gavelberg!
Peregrine is gonna whip around and give him the harshest, like, death glare she's ever given anybody before.
And as you're doing that, you also see almost every single of these white-robed elven individuals.
Which one shifts me the hardest?
Probably Peregrine.
Minus her.
There is one elven individual. These robes are very large and form hiding. Like to kind of, it seems almost to increase androgynousness. But there's this one elven individual that's probably 15 feet from you that was probably only louder because of proximity.
Well, I'll look at a dude and I'll say, think we found who will know. And I'll walk directly up to that person and respectfully whisper to them, do you know where Gavelberg might be?
Who is Gavelberg? Do you mean Gavelburr?
Oh, of course that's who I mean. Yes, go get him.
I cannot.
Why not?
He's in a meeting with the Elder Prioress trying to get a signature and a stamp.
Where's that meeting at? I'll wait outside.
Then wait outside the front doors.
Show me where it is. I'll just walk past her and... Does there look like there's a closed door somewhere?
There are many smaller closed doors off to the side of this large antechamber that is all around you and sanctuary.
I'll pick the fanciest one and knock on it. Like respectfully knock on it.
Okay, so
In a very non-respectful way, but I'm trying to be respectful but forceful.
You are doing the with all due respect. Is that what you
I'm
were
standing
doing?
right next to you and smiling. I'm just happy to
God.
be here. This is wonderful.
You see 2 keepers come out very quickly in full plate mail.
Yes, I'm looking for Gavelbur.
You're not allowed to see him right now, sir.
I will cast a message just over and over and over and go, Gavelbur! Gavelbur! In different directions.
Are you just pointing and whispering Gavelbur?
Yep, in different directions.
There is no response in the... Now it's 4 Woven Branch guards that have shown up as you are acting kind of crazy
Oh my god.
in the front
Why-
of this temple.
Why would he have us come meet him and then be in a meeting? This is ridiculous.
He's in a meeting to get our shit signed.
He wasn't asking for you to meet with him either.
We went to find him.
I love this. It's just the ultimate Karen.
Well, I'll look at the 4 plate mail guys and say, well, me and my friend here, by the way, Mulak, but Bright Gloom. This is a dude.
Hi.
We'll be waiting right here, and you just go have him come meet us, and then I'll pull out a deck of cards and see if dude wants to play with me.
I think he's calmed down now. Do you guys want some like juice? I got some fresh like orange juice here. You guys look thirsty.
They just walk away.
Peregrine has been watching. Peregrine has been watching from where she was standing. She stopped trying to get up to the altar, and she's going to turn around at this point and walk back to the 2 of them. She's going to reach down and try to take the whole deck of cards from Mulak. Do you need to compete that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Give me competing athletics or acrobatics checks here.
Just hear me out. So she's going to grab the whole deck. She's going to hold it out and say, pick a card.
Ooh, you learned from me. I'll pick one.
She's going to hold her hand out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you give it to her?
Am I supposed to give this to you?
Yes.
Okay, give it to you.
She takes the single card. She hands you the deck back. You can't
Mhm.
play that in here. And she's going to walk back over to the altar with the single card that you gave her.
Okay, I'll just keep playing anyway, just minus a card.
The second you want to say 2s are wild, you remember shit.
I'll just practice shuffling.
Like, do you obnoxiously loudly shuffle cards?
No, just
Okay.
practicing shuffling. And I asked dude to regale me about the best inn he's ever been in. As of yet.
Is there a deity of like hospitality in this pantheon here?
Let me look back at it.
There's a beauty and happiness.
Let's see. In this temple,
Home and hearth type.
There's a harvest one. It's nature, woodlands, and harvest. Fertility, birth, and life. Art,
Sweet.
magic, and warfare. Sea, lust, and poetry. Beauty and happiness. Chance, luck, chaos, storms. Order, law, death, time, and history.
Let's see. Selenil or Arawai would be the closest to what you are thinking of, dude.
Yeah, but they don't have. And I'm going to look over at Malak and I'm going to say, it's really sad. And whenever you have a lot of pantheons like this, and they often forget what the most important thing is. The most important thing to all sentient life, you know, good guys, bad guys, everyone. The most important thing is home.
Well, you know there are other gods.
I do. What I'm saying is it's sad whenever you come across a religious sect that so often forgets the importance of home it's fun to worship war and light and all these crazy things, but the hearth and the home, it's often forgotten, but it's the most important place because it's what it's all for in the first place, right? War, magic, adventure, it's all to find your own place in the world.
I believe there is a god of healing home and truth that is tolerated, named Buranar.
That's a good name.
I look around. I don't know what the hell Burn. I probably know enough. Is there one for him around?
Not in this temple right now. This is a Elfim order temple. So a lot of the other tolerated deities, you might find smaller temples throughout a city, or you might find more of a home altar. But here at Hillens, the temple motte is specifically for the Elfim order.
But the one here, there is one here of luck. This Fana.
Yep.
Can I tell which one that is?
Yeah. Looking at it, you see a young elven woman with wild hair, and the eyes are made out of emeralds.
I'll look at dude and I'll say, "Excuse me a moment. I'm gonna go pay respects to a lost friend." And I'm gonna go just walk up. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna stand there quietly, and then Is there like offerings on the table?
You can leave. You don't see a lot being offered right now because people literally just had their homes burned down. But there is a small offering tray that you can put stuff in.
I'll just sit a gold piece on it.
Okay.
I'll say, "Help me find his family," and that's it. And then I'll go back and shuffle my cards and frustratingly wait.
All right. Peregrine, what are you doing heading to the altar of ROI?
She's gonna walk up to the altar and pull out from her pack like a little kind of whittled elm branch that's kind of like a rough hewn version of the symbol for RY. It's not like perfect, but it's about as close as you can get for like a simplistic one. And she's going to, headcanon wise, you can correct me if this isn't accurate, but I would assume there's like a somewhat of like maybe like a candle or like a brazier that would be large enough to burn like very small things in as an offering. Maybe not like a roaring fire, but just something kind of small that she could drop it into.
Yeah. There's a little brazier.
Okay. She'll drop that in there and she'll kind of like lower her head for a second. And then she'll go to turn and then stop. And then she'll pull out that single card and drop it in there and lower her head as more of like an apology. And then turn around and leave.
All right. So while y'all are doing that, Tarl and Arvax, what are y'all's passive perceptions?
14.
13.
Okay, so you'd notice this individual.
Yeah, 14.
You see a individual wearing a white robe similar to the other Elfim order priests and priestesses or priors and let me get my terms right here because I decided to create a whole freaking vocabulary. The Well, yeah, it would be priests and priestesses at this point because they are not leaders that are moving out. But you see a individual wearing a similar robe to that, but it's brown and grayed at the cuffs and at the very bottom, the hem. That seems to be somewhat sneakily, not sneakily, making their way towards you.
I just watched them.
I'm gonna watch
knowingly.
them. I'm gonna watch them, but I'm gonna be prepared with my hammer.
I'm just like, just kind of leaning against the building, arms crossed, but I'm watching them come up to us. Not making it a secret that I see them.
But they do come up to you. And noble Frostborn, forest elf.
Who's asking?
Oh, just me personally asking.
Can we help you?
Maybe. Certainly. I'm sure.
What do you want then?
She pulls back her hood a little bit, and you see these long locks of flowing blue hair and deep green eyes. I need both of you to give me a history check.
I am bad at these. I'm bad at these!
All right, let me make sure I put her in. Yep. If you look underneath key figures and under Elfim Theocracy, Tarl, you've seen her once before. This is Prior Jathair. She is the prior of the Leviel Suffriel, the subdiocese where the Waystone Inn is, where you have been acting. Unlike some of the other Elfim Order priests and priestesses you've seen, she has more of a wild look to her. As you can tell from her robes being dirty around the edges. And what else you know, Tarl, is she's considered odd because she is one of the few few priors that does not have a permanent home, does not call one city her seat. She moves around throughout the entire area.
And what can we do for you?
Well, I have heard a lot about what you've done. You've done a lot of good in my area, and then you saved this town. I happened to be coming in and saw the smoke, so thought I'd come and help. But I need someone who's experienced to go to Croth.
Cross?
Yes.
What's there?
She produces a contract, or produces this tube and hands it to you. And as she does, you hear one of the other priests, Prior! And she's like, oh, I gotta go. And just hands it to you, and she starts booking it.
The hell? Do we open it?
Might as well see what it says.
It is under documents if you want to read over it.
When you described them running off, I was thinking to myself, oh my god, if it's a bomb.
I'm not that evil.
Just sitting here in the temple and you just hear boom come from outside. A bomb goes off into heretics' hands. Ugh.
Tarl's not a heretic.
Just Yes, me. I'm a drow, technically. Huh.
Okay, that's a contract to go find out what happened to a town and bring a relic back. This is right up our alley. There's a
Yeah?
woven branch attachment missing, so that can be something we can do as subcontractors.
Where's Croft, though? Do we know where Croft is?
I'm sure somebody walking by can tell us.
You could also give me a history check.
Oh, yay. Not good at it!
Neither of y'all have heard of this town.
It says, maybe ask the others, not someone random, because it says what happened. So I have a feeling something not good went down there. I mean, she handed it to us, so I guess we accepted. I guess we'll just run it by everybody else whenever they get out of there.
They not gonna turn down 1,000 gold.
No, not likely, but we can't just decide it for everybody.
So, Gavel Burr is not coming out, and Smebulok is still waiting in line because someone is arguing how much they owe in their tithing. So what does the party inside the temple do?
Could I go around handing out water to the functionaries here?
They will accept it.
Okay, guys, I know you were working really hard today, and it's good. You gotta stay hydrated. I have 8 gallons to dole out around the people here. If that's not enough.
It gets a lot of folks.
I'm gonna come back outside.
Mulak and Peregrine.
While they were waiting, if there was any like basic tasks that were being done by like the priestesses and stuff inside that were more just like, moving stuff or like carrying things, Peregrine would have helped in the meantime until she saw the other two go to leave.
Okay. So does everybody go outside?
Mulak.
How long has it been?
It's been like probably 15-ish minutes.
I don't like waiting. I guess I'll follow him outside.
Okay, as y'all rest of the party that was inside the temple get out, you see that Tarl and Arvax are holding this fairly ornate scroll case, or reading over a document.
Oh, neat. What you got there?
Well, this prior came up and asked for our help, handed us the scroll, and left.
Well, thank God it wasn't a bomb.
I didn't think about that, but there's someone offering 1,000 gold to a party that's able to figure out what happened to this place called Croft and get a relic from its cathedral. And then let's see, and an extra 200 gold if we find out any info on the whereabouts of a woven branch detachment that disappeared. Do you guys know where Croft is?
You own a map?
With Peregrine with the Wanderer trait.
With the Wanderer trait, give me a history check with advantage.
Hmm.
With a 16, you know that Croth is in the southern area of the Hebon Diocese in the lumps. And you think you remember it being on a river.
We were just in the lumps.
Yeah, I think it's kind of in the southern area over there. So we could probably do that.
Did you guys find Gavelbar?
He's in a meeting.
Oh, he's probably getting our stuff set up. Still, man, we walked all the way to Uptown and back.
Right. But, that's how bureaucracies are sometimes. Like, everyone's got to feel important.
Did Mulak come out too?
I think so.
I couldn't remember if he said it or not. So,
After making quite a scene, yes.
what'd you do?
He yelled in a
He just
temple.
asked. There was no
Did he-
signs up. Nothing. When I walked in there, I didn't see anything that said, like, keep your volume must be below these levels.
Because it's a temple. It's implied.
Was he knocking on doors?
Yes. And then he tried playing cards.
That's
He's might know better.
polite. And he was trying to keep himself occupied. I feel
He's
like
not.
you guys are being awfully hard on it.
Even I know better than that. Look, should we look into this and then come back later? Or should we keep waiting for Gavelbar?
Wait, what exactly are we waiting on him for?
For a job. We was going to see if there was any leads on a job. Looks like you guys found a lead on a job. Let's go do the job.
Well, he was making our, subcontract with the Metal Pikes official and everything.
Okay. So we'll go do this. We've already got our little badge things, right?
We could probably tell Smebulok and he can just forward us anything to the other city if something comes in, I guess, for the time being.
Well, we are not officially employed by them. We've got a contract. We can go fulfill it, and Smebulok can find us.
Maybe we should. Well, he's inside, right?
I
can go tell him right quick.
He's in line.
Yeah, we should probably let him know where we're going.
Peregrine could go back in and
I
relay the
cast a
message.
message and point at Smebulak and tell him right before she gets to him.
You tell him that, and as Peregrine, you walk up. I really don't like that spell. It's unnatural. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
they're doing the mind talking again at you.
Mm-hmm.
Great. And she's just going to turn around and walk out.
I'll get the contract from Gavelbar.
Thank you. We'll see you when you see.
Be safe. You swear you hear just before you get out, I'll miss you. And that's where we will end for tonight, is that you have gotten a new contract from a rather odd member of the Elfin Theocracy to find out what has happened to the city of Croth. And a missing section of the religious police. So, new character,
Woo,
little
we're back.
exposition episode. mostly because city's on fire or mostly destroyed.
City's on fire.
So, I will turn it over to Frey to do all of our socials, and then we will sign off.
Well, we're happy that to have anyone tonight who listened in to our game. We blah blah blah. You can find it later on our YouTube page, and you can catch up on all the other episodes you might have missed. And you can also find us, obviously, here on Twitch at Team Bonus Action, Team Bonus Action on YouTube, Team Bonus Action on Facebook, which I need to update more. And we are also active on Twitter at @bonus_team. So give us a like, give us a watch, give us a follow. And, I was just reading what Mulak was posting. Oop, sorry. I lost my train of thought. ADD, yay. So, we will be back on Thursday, I believe, with Revenge of Stefan Carcass, with DM Spence. And I believe that's all we have planned for this week. So, since Nox is not here, I will say goodnight, and don't let your meatloaf.
Bye.